Guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Okoyemi here. I know you guys haven't seen my face in such a long time and I apologize. We will get into all of that in this video. So this video is kind of like a life update, what's been going on, where have I been, all that good stuff. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, hi, my name is Okoyemi. I'm a medical doctor and I currently work in the United Kingdom. Yeah, and on this channel, I make videos on medicine and I make lifestyle vlogs, which again, I haven't done in a while, but again, we will get into all of that. I hope you guys have been well. I have still seen comments from you guys over the last few months, last few weeks, regardless of not being here. Thank you so much for those who have even still subscribed in my absence. I do believe that some of the videos I've made previously you guys have found useful, and that's how you found my channel. So thank you for sticking by, or thank you for stopping by. My video that I did last year about like my job application journey into the UK has hit over 5,000 views, and I think at the moment that's the highest number of views I've ever had on YouTube. And honestly, I feel like sometimes with being on social media we can minimize these numbers, but like imagine 5,000 people gathered in a hall listening to what you have to say. That's just a lot, a whole lot. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all those who may have shared that video as well. I'm so grateful. Anywho, without further ado, we're going to jump right into why we are in today's video. So let's get right into it, guys. Right, so as you guys can already even tell from like the background, you can tell that this is a different flat from where I've been over the last year and a half, thereabout. So by way of, I've just got my phone here because I've made a few notes on the things I want to touch on in today's video, so I don't want to forget them. And I'm just going to open that up right here. So the first thing I have here is why have I been away? So I've been away for a couple of reasons, right? I will kind of touch into them, or touch on those reasons. First one being, I think I kind of got a bit distracted by numbers. So like some videos weren't doing well, and I think as a creative, you create because you're, oh, I'm speaking for myself now. I used to create, so I create because I genuinely love to create. I genuinely love, to answer questions. I genuinely love to just be able to make that space available for people to be able to find answers. And that's one of the things that really inspired me to start doing content on medicine specifically, because I understand that many people are either in medical school or thinking of medicine as a career, or in medicine already and trying to decide on different things or looking for answers for different things. And I wanted to be able to make that space available for people to, come online and find answers. And also I enjoy creating in terms of like vlogs. I've always loved to do vlogs and things like that, but the numbers weren't so great, if I'm being honest. Sometimes you do videos and the views on the video is not great. Some would pick up eventually, some don't. And as a creative, you kind of want your work to be appreciated. So I think that's not the major reason, but that's been one of the reasons, right? I think also when like I mentioned to you guys in my life update ish at the beginning of the year, catch up / plans for the year, I mentioned that I'd gotten a flatmate. And I think with having a flatmate, the dynamic in the flat was now a bit different because I didn't have all of the space to myself. We used to work opposite shifts, to be honest, because she also works in the hospital, but I guess I also just didn't want to feel like I was infringing on her space or infringing on her privacy. So that also was one of the reasons why I wasn't creating as much. And I think also at some point I got a bit confused about like my content in terms of like, I don't know if people want to keep seeing vlogs. I love medicine, doing the medicine content, and that I think is one thing that's definitely going to continue. But I kind of just figured, like, I think I also got tired of vlogging. Yeah, maybe I also got tired of vlogging because I think I kept on thinking to myself, how much of my life am I going to share on social media? And you want to also protect certain things, which I was doing, and many things I was sharing were in retrospect, to be honest. If I was sharing it because they had already happened. But I don't know, I'm just trying to be to be careful. I don't know if that's the word, but yeah, there's that. But I think I'm back now. Honestly, I don't have a structure, or I don't have a plan as to. Today I was just thinking I miss YouTube and I just want to come back. And I just went to dig out my camera from from where it's been, and I decided I was just gonna film a video regardless of whether or not I have a plan. But I know that I will figure things out. I'll get back to doing a schedule, get back to deciding what I want to create. So yeah, but definitely be seeing more medicine stuff, answering questions, sharing about this career that we are on. If you're a medic in the house, say yes. Sharing a bit more about that and maybe some vlogs here and there as well, we would see. I also want to do something called Inspired in 30, which I kind of did in 2023 when I interviewed my friend who at the time had passed her USMLE and March. Hi Mayowa. And obviously has now been working in the US for 2 years. And Inspired in 30 is pretty much just sitting down and talking to people who are doing great things in their field, right? Could be medic, could be some like any other course. Probably will still be centered around medicine, to be honest, because I know that a good number of people who are here are medicine people. So it might be people who are like in training for a certain specialty, getting them to talk about what their journey was like, or certain people who are working in like a certain country, getting them to talk about what their journey is like, you know, just kind of that kind of stuff, or people who have transitioned from like a medical journey to something else, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, we would see and would expand on that. And the name Inspired in 30, so 30 is 30 minutes, so all the videos would be 30 minutes or less. And I hope that truly you guys will be inspired by those videos when I do them, right? And guys, what's been going on? Where have I been? Where am I now? So for the first big news, and if you guys remember, if you watched that my video I made at the beginning of the year, if you haven't, this is a good time to pause and go watch that video and then come back, because I feel like there were so many things I shared in that video that I wanted to do in 2025, and dare I say that God being so good, God being so kind, God being so faithful, a good number of those things I've been able to achieve. And I think it was just a reminder, because to be fair, at the end of last year I did have a vision board for this year, and like looking through my vision board, I've been able to do a good number of things, well, except monetizing my YouTube. But I'm so grateful. So I'll just start off. I've moved from Durham. If you remember in that video, I mentioned that I wanted to move from Durham. Yeah, anyways, we'll talk about if that was a good idea or not. But anyways, I wanted to move away from Durham to a different city. So I've moved from Durham and now live in the West Midlands. And not the exact city I wanted, but honestly, we still thank God. And most importantly, I moved because of work. So I am now a resident doctor, guys. I have now started GP training in the UK. And if you know me, I've always wanted to do either GP or psychiatry. And if you know anything about what the MSRE has been like in this country, guys, this was my third time writing MSRE. I've passed every time, but the first two times I just didn't get an offer, right? So it's been a journey, and I just really thank God. Maybe I'll do a video on like my top tips for MSRE. I don't have that many tips, but I feel like whatever I share might still be useful for someone. And I just want to encourage anyone who is also in that pathway for residency, and maybe they've been having problems with the MSRE, or if they're feeling like, oh, well, this MSRE, I've heard so much about it, you know, what are my chances? Should I do this? Be encouraged by my story. Okay, and I hope that you give it your best shot, because I know there's one coming up next year, January. Registrations will open soon. So yes, guys, I have moved. I'm now in training. Started training in August, so it's been 2 months in. How has it been? Maybe that should be another video. I don't know. Portfolio, yeah, that probably should be another video talking about portfolio. I'm still figuring it out myself, but I definitely have learned a lot more now. And my friend was so helpful in just explaining the whole thing to me, and she really broke things down, and it just really helped me really understand a lot of things. Shout out to Baby. So that was really helpful. So maybe I should do a video when I get better understanding as well on portfolio and what you need to know, especially for those who'll be starting training maybe in February, or you know, by August next year, or April, because some people start in April. So yes, it's been good, we thank God. It's been hard, it's been good, it's been everything, but all in all, I'm grateful to God that has happened. So yes, I've shared about that. Also, I remember sharing that I wanted to travel this year, and in that video, you know, it's funny because I knew I wanted to travel. By the end of last year, I had applied for my Schengen visa. I shared with you guys on this channel when my Schengen visa came. I hadn't, but when I made that video was when I put a number to it to say, oh, probably 5 countries, right? And guys, I've done 5 countries actually this year. So in January, I went to Tenerife, which was my last vlog on this channel. In March, I went to the Netherlands, Amsterdam, and Belgium, Brussels. So that trip I did the Amsterdam and Brussels trip together because Amsterdam and Brussels are really, really close, like 2 hours plus by bus. So we traveled down for a whole day. And then in April, I went to Northern Ireland. So that was Belfast for my birthday. Amazing trip. I've had so many amazing travel partners. Honestly, it's been so good. And then in June slash early July, I went to Morocco. Gosh, Morocco has been on my list for such a long time because for many years now, or for a few years now, I've traveled with um, Royal Air Maroc maybe 3 times. And every time I travel with them, we would have a stopover in Casablanca in Morocco, right? And I just, from just seeing the airport, I just fell in love with the country, the culture, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I really would like to fully experience this country. So yeah, Morocco had been on my list for a while, and I finally got to go with Fiona. I think if I were to name any trip this year that had like a very unpleasant ending or an unpleasant end, it would be the Morocco trip because we had a lovely couple of days. We spent only like 3 or 4 full days in Morocco, all back to back enjoyment. We did a lot. It was so fun. And then on the day we were supposed to travel back, that was when there was the France air traffic control strike. So our flight got cancelled. That was not a great a great way to end that trip. But it was still an amazing trip regardless. An amazing trip regardless, honestly. Sorry about that, guys. My SD card got full, so I had to kind of delete a few things. Tenerife trip was my first trip of the year, and I think that trip will always have a special place in my heart. It was the most expensive trip, but it was the most expensive. It was the most beautiful country. It was like a lovely island. A bit, rather, Tenerife is a lovely island. I went with Bimi and Zainab. The hotel was lush. Guys, money is good. I need to learn how to swim. I've been saying this since because I feel like beach holidays are just great. Like beach water swimming, just beautiful, right? We went to Luro Park. I saw whales. I saw dolphins. Guys, Tenerife was a dream. Every holiday was amazing, to be honest. Amsterdam, I loved. Brussels, I loved. Belfast, I went ziplining. It's just been Morocco. I went on the hot air balloon, and Morocco was beautiful, guys. I absolutely would love to go back to Morocco. That's how much I enjoyed it. Besides my flight being cancelled, but yeah, it was lovely. So yeah, I've traveled this year and I'm so grateful. I think I have hung my boot for the year now because money has been spent. We'll pick it up next year. I'm honestly hoping I can do Europe in summer next year, and I will plan towards Europe in summer next year because I feel like Europe in summer is just beautiful, and that's my goal. Traveling Europe in winter is cheaper, but I think you would enjoy a few more things as well in summer. So I want to do Paris in summer and like Rome, Milan, and like Barcelona. God, take me. I'm gonna go. Just give me money. I just want to go, guys. Um, sorry, I'm just looking at my list. Yeah, so I've traveled, thankfully, like I wanted to. Then I did pass my driving test because you guys know I was already doing lessons for my driving from last year. And I've already even shared a video on like a short video on the channel that I passed my driving. So I passed my driving since January actually. And by the time you're seeing this video, I would have gotten a car. Let's go. So I got my car with NHS Fleet. If you work in the UK, I'm sure you've probably heard of NHS Fleet. Yeah, and by the time you see this video, I may have gotten my car already. I probably would have gotten the car already by the time you see this video. So I really thank God. I mean, some of the benefits that made me eventually, because I've been so back and forth with this car journey, and I've gone to so many dealerships. I have stressed out people around me about this car matter. But I really thank God that this is now finally being solved. I can't wait to see my car in person, guys. I genuinely cannot wait to see the car. So yeah, those are some of the things that have happened this year. It's been a good year. Sorry, guys. Another important thing that's happened this year is that I've fallen in love. Did I just whisper? No, I fell in love. I met a great person, guys. Why are these conversations always just so awkward, guys? I don't even know. I'm seeing someone now, which is great. It's been an amazing couple of months. amazing man, to be honest. Yeah, like I'm not even mincing words when I say that. God has sons, guys. Anyways, those are some of the things that have happened this year. It's been a lovely year, honestly. I think, yeah, it's been a lovely year, really. And, there's been a part of me that's been quite unhappy with not being on YouTube because YouTube really means a lot to me. I think at certain points when I'll be wondering if I'm doing anything with my life, one of the things that used to make me very happy was the fact that I was showing up on YouTube. And I know that things don't define us, especially as believers, where our identity and all that stuff is rooted in who God says we are. But sometimes it's just hard to to not define yourself based on either your titles or the things that you do. So YouTube was a big part of that for me, and it's just like, oh my god, I haven't been showing up on this platform that I love and I've been consistent with for a while. But also I'm, telling myself consistency looks like different things, right? And shout out to all the people also. Oh my gosh, yes, people who have been checking in to say, um, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? We haven't seen a video. What's going on? Everyone who's checked in specifically for YouTube, I'm so grateful. I'm back here now. So thank you guys for checking in. Really, it was really sweet of you guys to do that. But yeah, I really do like this platform. I like being on YouTube. And guys, if you've got videos you would like me to film, questions you would like me to answer, please leave a comment down below and I will get to it. I will try my best. I will answer your questions as much as I can. So I hope you guys are happy to see my face because it's been a while. And yeah, how's it been also in a new city? I'm trying my best. I'm settling in. I've joined a church. I'm still kind of like in and out. When I say that now, like this is my church for now. Let me stop saying in and out. And this top is actually from my church. It's called Lighthouse. In case it says love Jesus, love people. They give us this. They give every first timer this T-shirt. I think that's so sweet. But yeah, I've adulted proper this year. I've cried many tears this year because transitions can be quite hard. There are things you pray for, but they also can be quite hard. And I think I had to really learn this year that you can pray for something and it could still be like very, very nerve-wracking, right? It could still be scary. It could still be, you could still wonder if this is what you really want. Like it could just be a whole lot of different things. But yeah, I'm so grateful to God for everything, for all the things that's happened this year. I've also seen friends this year, seen family, went for a wedding this last weekend. That was so beautiful. I think I've realized more and more that I am an ambivert, but I think I think sometimes I'm more extroverted than introverted. Like I genuinely love spending time with my friends, like genuinely do. And I've had quite a lot of that this year as well, which has been beautiful. Oh yes, I'm a godmommy, guys. Oh my god, my friend had a baby. I'm a godmother. How can I forget that important information? And she's 3 months and she is so beautiful. God. And I've seen my friend transform. I never knew that baby could be as soft. Oh Lord, her baby is beautiful, and even me that I'm not her mom, I'm just like the love busting in my heart. It's just like wow, wow, God is good. Yes, I'm a godmother. That's my Gen Z side. Guys, I'm goofing around too much. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's been a pleasure. A pleasure filming one and being back on YouTube. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.